So, Marius, at last I find you.
Tyrael, yes. Yes, now I recognize you. I should have known you'd travel in disguise. They're always watching.
I've been searching for you for a long time, Marius. I was rather beginning to think you didn't want to be found.
Oh, forgive me, Tyrael, please. It wasn't my fault.
Not your fault. Tell me, Marius, how was it not your fault?
The Wanderer. Yes, it was the Wanderer. My days at the Rogue Citadel seem so long ago. I sought refuge from my memories in the company of other outcasts, high in the mountains past the Eastern Gate.
Do you want something?
I fought sleep for days at a time. For when I dreamt, the memories would return. Memories of the monastery and the evil which had claimed it. Dreams, memories. I couldn't tell the difference anymore. Had the evil from my dreams followed me at my heels? How had he found me here? How could this broken shell of a man, barely able to carry the weight of his own sword, be the burning terror which drove me to hide here? He seemed to have demons of his own that he struggled to contain. And he was losing. As I watched, I became convinced that I was truly mad. The terror, the destruction, the evil I witnessed. How else could I explain them? Were these the demons from my dream, or were they born within the Wanderer? Why did I follow him? I don't know. Why do things happen as they do in dreams? All I know is that when he beckoned, I had to follow him. And from that moment, we traveled together east, always into the east.
Hello, welcome to Jade Kind Video Gaming. My name is Adam, and today I am here to begin Diablo II. Technically, Lord of Destruction. And I decided to, not only to have the extra act at the end, but also it's the game I played, I think from the start. I think I got the original game when the expansion had already came out. I played it very little, found out that I could have more storage space if I got the expansion and played it that way from then on, if I remember correctly. But I was a kid, so... But yeah, basically, the forced storage space was always going to be Lord of Destruction. But, I've been thinking about this. This is, again, one of the games that I played growing up, loved, and so we're going to begin today. And of course, I've been thinking, where do I start? Who do I play? What hero do I select? We have the Amazon. Skilled with the spear and the bow, she is a very versatile fighter. She was the first, the first time I played through the game, at least completely, I was an Amazon. Wonderful. Didn't really do much with the spear, but bow and then the passive skills was fantastic, so that's definitely a thought there. The assassin is schooled in the martial arts. Her mind and body are deadly weapons. I mean, I like the fist blades visually are cool, but I never got into traps, and probably not going to be that. Look at that. Necromancer. Summoning undead minions and cursing his enemies are his specialties. Yeah, I never got too much into curses. I like the poison damage stuff, except that poison, if I remember correctly, is not a particularly great damage. And, yeah, I'm not huge on the... I don't want to have this massive army surrounding me at all times, and that's kind of what the Necromancer is for. Barbarian. Yeah, he is unequaled in close quarters combat and mastery of weapons, and boring to me. I'm not really interested. The Paladin, he is a natural party leader, holy man, and blessed warrior, and I always think of him as being part of like great for if you're playing online, but for single player, a lot of his stuff is auras, and I'm not so sure about that. The sorceress. She has mastered the elemental magics, fire, lightning, and ice. And just the way skill progressions work, you kind of have to choose one, and I never want to choose one. And then when I do, I choose the wrong one, and I just don't know. Or the druid. Commanding the forces of nature, he summons wild beasts and raging storms to his side. I've played him actually a fair amount. I've done the elemental, like the weather, whatever thing, and that's cool, but generally I would play him combining turning into a beast and summoning wild beasts. And it's fun, but again, that's a lot of creatures on the field. So, who am I going to use for this playthrough? And I've thought a lot about it. And just for the flavor of I'm coming in here and I'm killing the devil. Let's be the holy man, the blessed warrior. Yeah. So I'm gonna play a paladin, and I'm not great at a paladin. I'm not oh yeah, Adam, he knows exactly how to play paladin. I'm not good. I'm not really. I haven't played the game in years. That's actually why I'm bringing it here, is because I want to play it again. I am Adam. I am a paladin.
Good day.
Good day. So, let's see here. Options. Let's just go through all these options. If it's loud, I'm not sure. Bring it down a little, bring music. There we go, both. Okay, so that's good. I believe I have both the manuals here, and 800 by 600 I believe was the higher resolution. High lighting quality, on. Okay, should be fine. Auto map. Sure. And I will figure those out as I go. Except for one. Auto map. What was that one? Use tab. There we go. Because this is how I am very used to playing the game always. This is, you have your map up. So we start the game right here next to Wariv.
Well met, noble paladin. It's been a while since I've seen any of your kind in the West. It would be an honor to aid you in any way that I can. No doubt you've heard about the tragedy that befell the town of Tristram. Well, some say that Diablo, the Lord of Terror, walks the world again. I don't know if I believe that, but a dark wanderer did travel this route a few weeks ago. He was headed east to the mountain pass guarded by the rogue monastery. Maybe it's nothing, but evil seems to have trailed in his wake. You see, shortly after the wanderer went through, the monastery's gates to the pass were closed, and strange creatures began ravaging the countryside. Until it's safer outside the camp and the gates are reopened, I'll remain here with my caravan. I hope to leave for Lutga Lane before the shadow that fell over Tristram consumes us all. If you're still alive, then I'll take you along. You should talk to Akara, too. She seems to be the leader of this camp. Maybe she can tell you more.
And I'm going to listen to what people have to say. Because I've never done that. Like, when I played the game, like, I zoomed through so much. And he just said, talk to Akara. Also, like, the fact that right here from the beginning, I'm being told, hey, go, we're gonna go to Lutga. Like that's mentioned from the start. That's...
I am Akara, High Priestess of the Sisterhood of the Sightless Eye. I welcome you, traveler, to our camp, but I'm afraid I can offer you but poor shelter within these rickety walls. You see, our ancient sisterhood has fallen under a strange curse. The mighty citadel, from which we have guarded the gates to the east for generations, has been corrupted by the evil demoness Andariel. I still can't believe it. But she turned many of our sister rogues against us and drove us from our ancestral home. Now the last defenders of the sisterhood are either dead or scattered throughout the wilderness. I implore you, stranger, please help us. Find a way to lift this terrible curse, and we will pledge our loyalty to you for all time. There is a place of great evil in the wilderness. Kasha's rogue scouts have informed me that a cave nearby is filled with shadowy creatures and horrors from beyond the grave. I fear that these creatures are massing for an attack against our encampment. If you are sincere about helping us, find the dark labyrinth and destroy the foul beasts. May the Great Eye watch over you.
Yes. Yes. Whether for loyalty or to help you, I am here to destroy the evil forces, so I shall go. Alright, let's... I actually might want to... Okay, well, see, this is how I would usually find out what they'd actually then told me, is you talk to them, you click out of the conversation, look for the den in the wilderness outside the Rose Camp. Got it. Okay. So here I am. Stats, stuff, that's all good. Short sword, shield, an identify and town portal scroll, and nothing else. And no money to buy anything else. I've got no skill points. Oh, here we go. That's how I was like, okay. So the fact that this is right here makes me feel less like I need to dig through. Oh, I can do it on my mouse too. Okay. Okay, I guess that's more for online. There's that quest log in the menu. Okay, so that's, and then there's another button that goes to character screen, and then to skill tree over here. I believe you can set scrolls to things, but for now, we ain't really have too much to do. So we're out into the blood moor.
Cleanse this wilderness.
And that's exactly what I plan to do, is cleanse the wilderness. If you're not... And there's, of course, shops and stuff in town, but I have no money, so it doesn't really matter. If you're not familiar with Diablo 2, this map is, like, generated for the game. For example, like, I have to find that Den of Evil. I don't know where that is. Like, I just kind of have to wander around and find it, because the map is generated each time. Even the city is kind of has laid out in like one of a few different ways, but the fact that it exits on the south side of the city, it's not always the case every time you play the game. So that's definitely one of the reasons that helps the game, with replayability, I guess. We got these quill rats. Let's see here. Okay, there's... There's a way to show the names of items. That's what I'm looking for. And depending on how long things take, I will at least, and this one, get to the Den of Evil. So we have Alt. Okay, so Alt is going to lift the name up there so I can see it. Alright. So these quill rats do range. Everything's pretty easy right now. And these guys are gonna run away when I kill one of them, usually. But they can get into big swarms eventually. I'm following all the enemies, but I want to get back to following a wall. Okay, no enemies on screen. Let's go back to my wall. Here we go. So, she is guarding the next area.
Turn back. I can tell that you need more experience to fight safely in the next wilderness. Halt.
Okay.
You should complete Akara's quest before venturing further. Search for the den in the wilderness closer to camp.
Just want to get that. But that is pretty blatant with the don't move forward until you've... And, so you see how I just missed a whole bunch. These are both my attacks, left to right. Average chance to hit the most recent thing I hit, Cool Rat, 95%. And it shows the damage I do. So you can kind of see what your numbers and stuff are there. And you see down here, I have stamina, which if I press R, I can run. Or it toggles running. Which I may want to use if I turn away. And then I have experience that I've been gaining as I kill things. Some rocks can be turned over. There are other hidden stashes out here that I can get stuff from. It's gonna bother me if I don't just get close enough to... There we go. Just fill out that corner. Oh, you see this icon down here? I didn't pay attention to that. But we'll look at that here in a second. That's going to be some sort of shrine. There we go, just leveled up. And you can see life over here and mana over here. Just leveling up. On one end, I get points, 5 stat points. I can get more mana by putting it into energy. I can put it in vitality, which increases both life and stamina. I can put it in dexterity, that is my defense. So the chance for me to block or something to hit me, as well as that chance for me to hit, or I can put it into strength, which is the damage I do with my attacks. I haven't really decided what I need, but like... You have to put 4 points in there in order to increase that at all. And then, let's see, life from 57 up to 60. Doesn't hurt. Okay. And then a new skill. Oh boy, what do I want to do? I have 2 types of aura. Defensive, like prayer. Heals and costs mana, or fire resistance, which looks like it's just something I can freely have on. And then, like, there are further ones down, and for example, like, once I put points in here, and then when I get a high enough level to get cleansing, it's going to receive a bonus from prayer, so having more points there makes this better. Might, when active, increases the damage done by you and your party. So it gives me a yard that's going to affect basically just me and eventually my one companion, and then extra damage. And then combat skills. Sacrifice is deal 8% damage to self, so that's a percentage. And then attack rating and damage increased. Shows for a certain amount of time, and then smite, that's stun your enemy by bashing it with your shield. And I think I want to get an aura to start. Sure, let's just do 40% damage. So right now I do 2 to 9. If I put might on, which I don't believe. Yeah, didn't use mana, so it's not requiring me to use mana in order to keep it up. That's good. But now it's increased from 2 to 9 to 3 to 11. So there we go. What was this? This is a skill shrine. Feel more skillful. Which basically means that... Walk away from the enemies to explain this. Skill shrine means for temporary time, See, it's now 3 to 13 because might is currently better. Any skill that I have points in, it's getting an extra 2 points, so... yeah, you know, simple things like that. To those watching, I may not need to be explaining how things work, but oh well. Oh, this walking's taking me. I'm feeling like I'd usually would have been running. Like, I don't use arrows, but at this early point in the game, it doesn't hurt to have something to sell. There's a rejuvenation potion that'll heal both health and mana. And I have my potions in my belt. But right now, we're not really needing to worry too much about it. You can see the skill shrine has now gone away. It lasts for so long, and then it goes. There's the Den of Evil. And I could run right into there, but I think I want to continue to explore a little bit. Mostly see if I can get a second level. Yeah, that's basically the idea. Gems. Yeah. Socketing things and... which, traditionally when I play this game, I would save all of my gems, all of my stuff, because you can combine them later and make them better. But then I would just keep combining them and I would never use them. Because I'd get to the last act, and I wouldn't have enough to make it the best thing. I'd have to continue like playing into harder difficulties, which I've never done. And, in order to make use of it. So they just kind of went to waste. So I'm thinking probably be better just to use them, and at least then they're getting some use instead of going to waste. Alright, here's our river. Alright, more zombies, which I will eventually be quite good at. Just as a paladin, undead, or something that will be a specialty. Ooh, did I see something? Nope, that was already something I'd kill. There we go, leveled up again. Oh yeah, you hear that sound, and that means there's battle. I forgot about that, but that's what that sound means. Health shrine, I feel healthier. Mana recharge shrine. There is an experience shrine. There is often one here, but not necessarily. And if I can find it, it makes experience gain quicker. If I do find one, I would want to save it and use it just before heading into the Den of Evil. Which the Den of Evil is going to basically be kill all of the enemies in it. There's the Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking probably what this episode is going to be is finishing off this field and then heading to town. And then I may take the opportunity to make purchases and look at, you know, how I want to spend my next skill point and all that kind of thing before doing so. And then, like, next episode, go into the Den of Evil, which will be located in this time. I'm gonna walk into the den this time.
I am overburdened.
When we kill all the enemies around, we'll go into that. Okay, so we got our inventory here. These carry like a certain number of things. And I just got rid of the ones that had less quantity since they'll sell for less. And I don't really need them. The gloves I might actually use. In fact, it would probably be a good idea to look at stuff like now. And like start putting stuff on as I go. But at this point I've basically cleared the field and it doesn't really matter. So I'll just make sure I do it before I go into the Den of Evil. Gotcha. Alright. Run here. Notice now that I'm in town, running no longer is taking stamina. I can't use all my abilities, like my attack went away and such. But let's, before we end things, let's talk to Charcy.
Hi there. I'm Charcy, the blacksmith here in camp. It's good to see some strong adventurers around here. Many of our sisters fought bravely against Diablo when he first attacked the town of Tristram. They came back to us true veterans, bearing some really powerful items. Seems like their victory was short-lived, though. Most of them are now corrupted by Ondario.
Trade and repair. And so she has stuff to sell. And I can, for example, sell, like I have 54, let's sell that. That. I don't use throwing daggers. That's only for assassins. If I want to use that, that requires a higher level. And now I have quite a bit more money. I will let's deposit money and Ruby here. I believe I have to talk to Akara.
Good evening.
To get scrolls of identity. Let's see, and it's 2 of them, so I want. So, leather gloves of strength, defense 2, +1 to strength, so let's order. Have this up here, and I'll figure out where I want to spend points and all that in between, but so that increases that there. Okay, so short sword is and things see have durability. I'll have to get things repaired over time. So 2 to 7. This does 1 to 6. Extra damage to undead. Now let's sell it. Okay. She has staffs. Yeah, so like these scepters are what I'll probably end up eventually using here. I'm gonna go see what people have. I'm gonna look at where I want to put my skills and all that, and we will figure that out next time, and next time we will go to the Den of Evil. So, thank you for watching, and join us for that. Bye.